Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Dive Hard, and on the right is going to be Reborn, Knights Black. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Really quick before we get into this, we had some map bans that did take place, so let's go ahead and jump over to those. We had the home team of Dive Hard win the coin flip. They opted for first pick, giving the map priority over to Reborn Knights Black. Battlefield of Eternity and Alterac Pass were banned out by the members of Reborn Knights Black, as well as Dive Hard banning out Cursed Hollow and Dragonshire. Infernal Shrines will be our first map here, as we have we're getting rid of Diablo maps and we're also picking them up, but let's go ahead and jump over into our draft once again. And also, hello, Ryokai, Shadonis, Walk, and Hank Daddy Hank. How you doing? Thanks for coming by this evening. We have a new lighting system. I think I kind of like this quite a bit. I also did get sunburn over the weekend, so white balance isn't doing too good right now. But we actually have a draft that's unfolding, so let's actually focus in on that. Yo, Pokecheck, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. So we have a Malthael, Anduin on the left-hand side being banned out, and we have a Kel'Thuzad and a Maiev. That is a targeted ban if I've ever seen one. Kel'Thuzad is not a hero that you often prioritize on a map like this, mostly because his shrine clear isn't as good as something like a Gul'dan or a Jaina or a Kael'thas. So we typically see a priority under those. This is also Division B East, so we're going to be seeing a little bit of what I would consider, what you can consider off meta. More or less, you see more comforts, you see more team synergies inside Division B. And in C and D as well. Like D, I think you find just more comfort picks and just and synergies within teams, and like once you get to like B and A, you really start to fall into those like scrim times once a week or a couple times a week. And sorry, it's funny, like the moment we went live, like Bandit started like moving around and like just picking stuff up, but like in the intro he was just sitting there fine. It's lit. It is very, and it's what's great is that it's like it's one light. That's it. I don't have two gigantic 24-inch lights anymore here, so it's nice and open. I can see the extra gold that you gave me back at my old house. It's actually sitting next to my other monitor. You only ban KTZ if the enemy team plays KTZ. Yeah, exactly, Monkus. Phoenix first pick, interesting. I agree. That's a high priority. They're kind of showing their hand a little bit though with that. I mean, they're probably going to be going into Purification Salvo, but often you could see Planet Cracker, but I think this is just, you know, you have slows from the Anubarak, you have I believe slows from the Stukov as well, so you want to pick up some other things in that right, and then you also want some Shrine Clear. Banning out that Mephisto seems like there's just a mage player on the left-hand side who is just really, really strong with those. Tin is a Phoenix main, I think, so probably worried about passing it at all. Ah, I see. Thank you. Kel'Thuzad and is the Medivh in Division B. I can agree with that, Pokecheck. I can very much agree with that. I mean, like, look at last season in Division B East when you had Ghillie Sharks. I mean, that was one of the only teams where you saw them running Samuro, and they would get banned out constantly. It's the same thing. In Division B, I feel like there's players with really, really strong heroes. You just have to get rid of it. You can't deal with that, otherwise you're not giving the game over, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle at that point. Breaking back into this draft, though, we do have a Tyrande ETC. ETC has great setup with the power slide. Then you have the follow-up lunar flare from Tyrande for the extra damage. Kerrigan can then dive in. She's also really strong on the shrines because she has great clear. And then Rainer's just able to put in that pepper in the rotations. Also going to be able to have a good siege value with the Hyperion, or go with the Rainer Raider and then just have the single target damage and chase and Hecko with that. But it's very easy. But it's a very easy hero to counter and draft. I agree with that. The Phoenix, I believe you mean. They're doing hella dive, it seems. Well, I'll say this: Anubarak dives, Alarak dives, Tyrael dives. Dive Hard is going to dive hard. Let's see, though. On the right-hand side, Reborn Knights Black, they've got a Tyrande, ETC, Kerrigan, Rainer. They're going to need something in their solo lane to go up against the, I'm assuming, Tyrael. So maybe the Malthael's already been banned out. Maybe, I wouldn't say Tychus for the solo lane. Maybe you consider a Leoric here. He's got great Shrine Clear. Kerrigan and Rainer get a lot of value from the Entomb, but it's going to be an Arthas. They're going to be going for the attack speed reduction. Yo, Shadonis, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that.
To the end of the world.
Enjoy all of your emotes.
Subscribed.
Pie Maker on Rainer? Yeah. Tyrael offlane? I mean, Pokecheck, like, remember when Tyrael got the initial rework, like, what, 6 months ago or something? He was considered, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, Tyrael in the solo lane's pretty strong. I've seen solo lane Tyrael, and I've seen it work out really, really well, so it's definitely an option here. Might be a Phoenix. that's a possibility as well. Phoenix in the solo lane isn't horrible. Into the Arthas, it might be a little difficult for the Arthas because that range is going to be a little bit of a nuisance. It's just, the thing is, within the rotations, Phoenix would offer a lot better wave clear from the mid to bottom rotations, whereas the Tyrael, I think, going into the Arthas would just be a strong kind of one-to-one matchup. A lot on the back of the Alarak, I can agree with that too. A lot on the back of the other team, though, as well, to make sure that the Alarak doesn't stack up and doesn't get a lot of power within that sadism. ETC, Kerrigan, Raynor are all good at interrupting Phoenix. Warp doesn't matter if Phoenix engages with Warp. Yeah, true. My Twitch Prime for my favorite... Oh, thank you so much, Sedonis. I appreciate that so much, man. Thank you, thank you. That's so sweet of you. It's going to be an interesting matchup. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And with that, we're actually going to go ahead and jump on in to our game. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Dive Hard. Wise Guy is going to be on the Tyrael. We're going to be having Nuck, I think it is going to be on the, it's probably like Nuke or something like that. On the Alarak, we're going to have Gunslinger on the on the Anubarak. Tin is going to be on the Phoenix, and Curly rounds of the draft on that Stukov. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Reborn Knights Black. Crafty Devil's going to be on the Arthas. Rabid Penguin, that's a good name, is going to be on the ETC. Phantoms will be on the Kerrigan. Piemaker going to be on that Raynor, and I think it's Solskido. I think it's Solskido. I remember casting them once, and I said that in there, and I can't remember if they said it's right or wrong. But either way, that's what we're going right for now. We're just going to call him Sol throughout the rest of the series. But either way, let's go ahead and get all this set up here, as we do have an initiation immediately into this backline. Trying to dive onto a couple of these members, but not going to be able to get that initial kill. And there is actually going to be the initial kill, and Tin will be going down. First blood of the game over to the members of Reborn Knights Black, as they've been putting in that pepper quite effectively. Speaking of, so we have... it's something Ballista Spores. Reactive Ballista Spores for the Stukov. I really, really like that. It's a very good way to just keep everyone healthy and alive within your friendly team. The other thing to consider here, too, is going to be Simulation Mastery for this Kerrigan. And hold on, this invade onto this Stukov. I was just like, let's talk about talents. And I'm like, hold on, they're aggressively moving through this mid lane. This is a... Reborn Knights Black with these rotations at the start right now are showing dominance. And so now we can actually read a Simulation Mastery. Okay. So it's well, I mean, if you're going to be in the rotations, grabbing these regeneration globes is going to be giving you a big buff as well. So I think that's just a strong start for them. Let's see what they pick up here as they do progress within that build and that talent tree. Often we do see a lot of the serrated build, not serrated spines. That's Sagara, a different bug. Oh my God, what are her blades called? I think I actually clicked on her. Hold on, we gotta check this out. Ravage. There we go. I was just like, I'm forgetting something so very basic, but we're going to go ahead and get some vision for the members of the red team and just get an idea of how they're going to make these rotations and how they're playing their lanes, because when we get to see everything, it doesn't show it very good, and just you can see now, I mean, this is what we see. We know there's 4 people, but they just saw 2 people more or less in that lane. They might have caught the Alarak, but that means look at this ETC sitting in the bush, not showing to the enemy team. We can actually show this right now on the opposing side, and they don't even catch them. I like how Rabbit Penguin's just able to walk right out there with not even a dismount at that point. Tin will be in this top lane as noted by chat, so good call out on that one, as my chat actually just disappeared, so hold on, I need to fix that. I apologize. 1 second. Chat is deciding that it wants to not exist within OBS anymore. Okay. Okay, we fixed it. We show top lane the whole time. That was the intention, everybody. All right. I had to do pop-out chat really quickly. For some reason, my OBS chat the window for it went blank. But this Alarak is getting a little bit low. They also did go for that Shore of Force at level 4, so they're going to be trying to stack up by getting their combos out onto a couple of members at a time, but they did just use their telekinesis and the lightning strike, or the extended lightning, to try and just poke away as they were making that disengage. So they wouldn't have a combo, as they did step up into a lot of heroes, but you can see that right there, is that if they hit a hero with all 3 within, I believe, 2 seconds, they'll get a 2% up to 20 total, but Phoenix once again getting caught out in a rotation, but the Piemaker is going to get pulled in the silence. That's going to be some good healing coming out. The Wise Guy needs to back out. That's going to be Alarak so very low. They don't have any sadism to lose, but still, another death is not something you want right here, and Kerrigan and friends are just slowing them down. Tyrael goes down. Shrine will be activating, and actually activatable at this time, so they should be able to send one up, go ahead and start this out, and it's going to be a Frozen Punisher. All melee 4-man RKB Vision is our best friend. This is a super weird build on Alarak. Ruthless Momentum. I feel like I've seen this at level 1 with the Show of Force so far. I definitely think Phoenix mispositioning, yeah, a little bit there. That I think they took this rotation right here while there was an engagement already happening. They might have been trying to go for a flank, but realistically, as a Phoenix, you're not going to get much of a flank into 4 enemy members, or 5. I wasn't really counting correctly there, but that's going to be level 7 as well in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black as they're continuing to work on this shrine. This is what I was talking about with Kerrigan being on the shrine. She's going to be able to clear this out very quickly. That Ravage is going to be able to get cooldowns, and then that's Rabid Penguin getting caught out of position, and now Divehard turning onto Reborn Knights Black saying, you know what, we're not going to be going down easily. Unfortunately, Alarak does go down. Any sadism gained has already been reset to 100, and now Wise Guy just kind of circling out, cycling into this fight. Gunslinger going to back out, get some healing, but the Wise Guy going to get pulled back in, and that's going to be Tyrael going down. Phoenix with the blink out right in time. Woo! Standard. This is standard Alarak build. That's E build. I don't know. I'll say this. When I've noticed a lot more, like, ever since Alarak had the changes that come in, there's no more extended lightning build. Like, this is pretty much all I see. Like, telekinesis at level 1, show of force at level 4, and then I believe telekinesis once again at level, yeah. This is what I've seen a lot of Alaraks going for. The extended lightning build, I haven't seen it in, I feel like, since he got the changes. I've seen 1 or 2 Alaraks at least. This would probably be the 3rd or 4th. Oh, that's a nice power slide from ETC. Follow-up, Sharonda, Lunar Flare to Nubrak goes down. This is going to be a nice, strong siege coming in for the members of Reborn Knights Black. But overall, anywhere from 2 to 4 Alaraks I've seen, I feel like I've seen this kind of, this is the build. I really haven't seen much extended lightning coming out from them. Punisher is going to be baited. Actually, they're going to be able to bait it over to the keep front gate. That's huge. Since it didn't turn back around, they don't get that free siege and lockdown because the Frozen Punisher will lock down a tower for, I believe, 2 seconds total, much like the Arthas with the Syndragosa. They will be able to still confirm this for. It's a big thing because like they might have been able to turn that around. Granted, they have the Phoenix in bottom lane, and I believe Anubrak was just getting back up and rotating into the friendly lane. What's up, Ghost Bear? For anyone that I might have missed, Mega Muffin, Zed, thank you for all coming by. My chat reset at one point, so I missed a little bit. But we are going to be seeing 10s really soon here, so let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers that we're going to be having in these games, just to get an idea of what they're putting up healing-wise, experience-wise, as well as damage, because the 10s we'll be able to see in the top bars as they do pop up. But this is going to be bottom right camp going to be picked up here, top left, a little bit early on this, but I think they're more or less trying to take it off the map and also have a little bit of pressure against this periodic catapult that's going to be jumping in the lane every 3rd wave because of the 4th that they took down. And actually see, I'm just skimming through the hero damage. Look at the Pie Maker on this Rainer with near 16,000. And I think it was it Alarak with like just breaking 10k? I want to double check this really quickly. Yeah, no, excuse me, it's the Phoenix just about to break 10k in hero damage, so it's a bit of a disparity when it comes to hero damage between these 2 teams, and we also do have our 10s up and available. No Syndragosa for the Arthas. They are going to be going to that Army of the Dead. Hyperion coming out. They want to siege into mid. I like this coming out from Reborn Knights Black. They're saying, let's open up mid lane. We got our Hyperion. That we can see that Alarak's in top lane pushing out. So at least let's try and push down here so we can get some value. Alarak, oh, so they might not know that Alarak was up there. I don't know if they were showing in lane or not. Regardless, they step forward. Web Wrap goes out onto the Pie Maker. That's going to be Salvo connecting onto quite a few. That's going to get some decent damage. Starfall turns around. That's going to be the Sanctification. Huge flailing swipe to disengage the enemy team, and this is just going to be a turnaround back and forth, and I'm loving the vision that we're going to be able to see during these fights just to see how they're positioning, how they're playing, and what choices they're deciding to make, and more or less, it's just going to be some heroics thrown out, a little bit of flexing, and that's going to be the end of it. I didn't see the mosh pit come out from the ETC. It might have just gone out for a split second and then got canceled immediately. But because it's on a full cooldown. We got that 2-minute cooldown right there. Another Sentinel going to be coming through the map. They will be able to scout out the enemy members on this camp, so they're going to be able to grab their own, play this mid lane a little safe, knowing where some of the enemy members are. ETC also moving on through that level 1 proc rock, going to be sitting at 17 out of the 20 stacks. Going to be a bigger, beefy boy in a second. Well, they got to make it out of here alive with the Pie Maker with a nice penetrating round coming out right there, just to push them away and make sure that no one's going to be stepping up onto their friendly member. But mid lane, open it up. And this is what I was noting before. So they open this up with the Hyperion. They already got the fort down to about half health. And now if they are able to pick up this next Punisher, they're going to be able to then just walk straight onto the fort and maybe take a keep keep front gate because of the fact that there's no gate to bait over the jump, so they can push forward with it. Granted, Nubarak and Tyrael have really good bait tools when it comes to the Punisher. They're going to be able to dive away as the jump comes over if they're able to time things out just in time. But this is going to be Kerrigan working through these skeletal defenders. The enemy team going to be trying to step forward at some point. How they get into this is going to be my big question. Most of the heroics off cooldown except for Sanctification. Web Wrap goes out onto Arthas. This is going to be the step forward. Nice double stun going to be coming out from Tyrande. There's going to be a couple members getting low. Phoenix goes down immediately. Flailing Swipe comes out from the Stukov. That's going to be Phantoms jumping back into the back line right now as the Sanctification jumps out as well. ETC doesn't have Mosh Pit up for the next 12 seconds, so they're not going to be able to have any sort of setup with that, but they don't need it regardless as Alarak goes down. Wise Guy's going to be maybe the next person, but that's going to be a really good disengage. Unfortunately, not good enough. They go down and they end up stealing a couple skeletal defenders, but this is going to be top lane. Shaman Camp pushing in. Left uncontested, this will take out your keep. So they're going to deal with that while they just give over this, and meanwhile the rest of the team buffs out the lane and they get ready for this. Gaius, how you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day and a better stream. Thank you so much. I am having a wonderful day and a very good stream. Thank you for coming by. It got interrupted? Usually if it got interrupted after being cast, okay. The Sank was too slow, you think? I think that's definitely possible. Alright, cool. We got all of our windows back up in this game, so let's actually cycle into some of these other numbers as we are going to be having a siege coming in with this Arcane Punisher. And they're going to have the Hyperion coming out. Arcane Punisher going to get some decent value. They take up the front gate. I don't think they're going to get more than this. Stepping forward beyond that front gate I think was would be a little too risky. They've got some good disengage tools. They're going to try and make their way out. Rapid Ping will also have that knockback on the ETC, so they disengage completely. They're going to go ahead and rotate out, and that's going to be 12 to 14 when it comes to levels, and 1 to 10. Excuse me, 1 to 0, 1 to 10 in kills. Really good, really good power coming out right now. You kind of have to play it like Lucio Soundberry against Sombra in the Overwatch League, but Sombra isn't in Heroes of the Storm. That's good. Ooh, nice Maelstrom coming out from Phantoms right there. Sanctification going to be able to save the rest of the team. Counter-Strike going out from Alarak, not going to be good enough, and that Alarak goes down. So the Sanctification only really saving Tyrael as they're able to pop that right in time, and they end up losing too regardless, and that's going to be a nice pick-off for Reborn Knights Black. Showing really good dominance and prowess in this game. Arthur's going to be doing a little bit of double duty, rotating through these lanes, going to be picking up some extra experience, and also forcing Gunslinger back a little bit, making sure this wave gets a little further down the lane and they have a little more control. This is going to be the next Punisher popping up in bottom, so they're once again going to be prioritizing this lane. The reason they know this, if you are new to Heroes of the Storm, or you just enjoy watching or whatever, you can see over here on the minimap where my cursor is, or you can see this little kind of hazy box. In the top right corner of that hazy box, there's that little purple shrine that shows which lane it's going to be in a bit of ahead of time for the actual shrine itself. But this is going to be a bottom lane engagement. Nice silence coming out from that Stukov. Curly setting up the friendly team for some really good plays right here. That's going to be the Chrysalis from Phantoms. Going to be able to dive out or come out of that with a lot of good health right there. Another good telekinesis coming out from the Alarak. Going to get one kill right there. Kerrigan going to be out. That will be the Purification Salvo connecting just to one, as that's going to be the Tyrande getting in the web wrap. They should be able to get her picked off. That's going to be a nice holy ground as well. And they get the pick and they turn this around a little bit for themselves, but still a huge experience deficit between these two teams. A lot of kills can make that up, and they've got some lane rotations to make. Meanwhile, they can get these two members back, and I don't think this should be too big of an issue for the members of Reborn Knights Black. Yes, they have some deaths on their hand, and this will be giving a bit of time for the enemy team to get some map control, a little bit of more map presence in a sense as well, being able to push out these waves and maybe grab some camps of their own. Oh, but Curly, if you get caught out here, that's going to be a very, very... Oh... Just getting caught out like that, just ouch. Piemaker is going to be trying to make their way out of this as well. That's just a rough spot right there. Because I've done that too. I'm just like, oh, like I thought I know where the enemy team is. I can make this rotation. Just going to get caught out right there. The enemy team just waiting for it too. Like they were sitting in that bush. Let's actually get the vision for the members of the blue team as they are going to be getting chased out through this bottom lane. They can see that there are going to be 4 down here, and it's just the Tyrande coming back as well. Cocoon and Phoenix Wall. Yeah, a little anti-synergy, I agree. But they get the kill on Tyrande. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. I think it's just going to be Shrine going over. There's a little bit of pressure that's mounting in top lane, but we have a fight that's going to be breaking out right now, and that's going to be Salva going out onto one. That's going to be a lot of good damage onto ETC. They go down. Web Wrap did connect onto the Arthas as well, so that forces the enemy team away quite a bit. Not going to be trying to jump onto that Arthas, mostly going for a Pie Maker right now. And the body blocks are really good. Telekinesis is going to be pulling them back in. Arthas going to be jumping into this. That will be Raynor going down in this fight, as it will be the Maelstrom pop by Kerrigan, and they've managed to turn this around in this later half of the game. Maybe it was just the 16 talent tier they needed. Speaking of, let's actually show said 16 talent here, get an idea of what these players are picking up. As the Bruiser Camp will be picked up on the right-hand side, they're just going to be playing it safe. They lost 2. I think Kerrigan had to Hearth as well. So they're just like, let's just play it safe. Let's just grab a camp. Let's have some split pressure in the lane, and we'll defend bottom lane slowly as the friendly team spawns over the next 20 seconds. And you can just see right now at least what they're seeing on the side of the members of Reborn Knights Black. I'm looking around the minimap and seeing how this is all getting set up, and I like this. They've got top lane pressure that's going to be that needs to be responded to at some point, and it's actually stacking up quite a bit. But this bottom lane can get them so much value. 14 minutes into the game, this Mortar Punisher sieges really, really well. It doesn't lock down the tower; it just sieges extremely well, and you can see that right now as they're going to go ahead and take out the fort, take out the well, and they're all up. They're all available. Not all the heroics are off cooldown, but they're going to be ready for this defense. Mortar Punisher at 84%, 15 minutes into the game. 5 to 13 in kills. Let's see what they're able to do with this. That's going to be the Mortar Punisher going over. That's going to be Crafty Devil stepping forward with a nice Howling Blast under a couple members, so they're not stepping forward with said Punisher, able then the friendly team to get the burn onto this. And with that, they're able to now get the clear onto this. They lose their front gate, and that's going to be bottom lane pretty much evened out. Actually, no, that's going to be more so in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black, as Phoenix did go back to get the clear, and I think that was how they were able to play that so much more aggressive when it comes to the defense. Arthas stepping so far forward into that, but now Crafty Devil and friends going to be stepping up over to this camp, and they know at least 1 or 2 players are over here, so they go ahead and dive onto Tyrell, who goes down immediately. Not going to be able to pull any hijinks stealing away the camp. The friendly team was trying to step forward to come back in time, but it wasn't there. They just disengaged and they said, you know what, let's lose one, and that's it. Oof. Things are getting interesting. I agree. Like, I don't think this is just going to be a Reborn Knights run it down kind of game. I think this is going to be... I think we're going to be seeing some good brawling as the game does progress. But the big thing to note here is that 20 talent tier approaching in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black, as they are going to be hitting that 20. They'll have that power spike, that talent tier. And there's about a level and some change difference between the two teams. They're going to have to close that gap somehow, some way. Whether it's a couple kills, that'll get them a lot of value, or if they're going to be able to then just get some turtle up wave clear. But I don't think that's going to be enough in time for the next shrine, which will be in mid lane, and it's pretty well defended in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black. Can they... Ooh, nice combo is going to be going on into Tin right now, and that's going to be Pepper coming in from Jimmy. Sanctification a touch too low, or a touch too slow right there. Hyperion coming in. That's going to be Kerrigan with the Maelstrom as well. Going to be diving out to Wise Guy, who's getting very low. Jumps over to the Eldrin's Might. Oh, and that's going to be Stukov getting caught out in the push in, as that's going to be a nice power slide from Rabid Penguin. Hyperion ends, but they still have a huge wave right behind them, and this will be mid lane keep going down. Maybe they even step forward and try and take game. The way they're posturing, it looks like that's going to be the case. Nubrak is out. Power slide, Mosh Pit, that's going to be the combo onto Alarak, who's still dancing, and they go ahead and get that kill. 4 for none, and they're pushing in through mid with a huge wave. Looks like they're going to try and take game number 1, and that is going to... Oh, wait, hold on, Tyrael? Are they going to try and mess with their KDA? That's going to be game number 1 going over to the members of Reborn Knights Black. GG. Well played. I agree. The same, like, and I'm no, like, master Tyrael player myself, but, like, the Sanctifications were just a touch too late. And, like, that was the only thing. I like it, yeah, we got one singular mosh, that was it. Oh, excuse me. Alright, let's show talents really quickly, and let me get a message out to the enemy team, or the enemy team, one of the teams to find out what map they want. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I had that right. Okay. Yo, Chaotic Order, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Dive Hard has signs of life, definitely. I agree. I don't think it's easy like that. Are you going to cast the Tickle Me Tassadar game on the 18th? What's today's date? I don't have. Hold on. Let me see what time it is. Bandit ran away, so he's not going to be on stream, unfortunately. I think it's like way too hot in the house. I think it's like 74 in the hallway, so it's probably like near 80 in here. Luckily, I only have one light now. We have a singular light. Praise Elgato. I need to do... Right? Yeah, we're all set with that. All right, I just want to update one little thing. Oh, he went to go get his best friend. What's up, bud? All right, let's update this really quickly. Sorry, I just got to do back. Oh, I wrote... God dang it. Instead of writing the map, I wrote just map pick. All right, cool. Won by them. Let's update the team scores. Why is my chat broken in OBS? Is my question. Wrong one. There we go. All right. I'm making lobbies. I'm doing things, I swear. Where are you? There you are. Please check my message. Your message where? Where did you message me? Let me fix Bandit's camera really quick. Alrighty. The early and mid game were too far out. The automod blocked my message. I don't even see a blocked message. Well, the thing is, like, I'll see it as well, so I know I can unblock it. I haven't seen any blocked messages, unless no, this should be fine. Yeah, it should be unless it was like literally when my chat like took a poop. In OBS. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. I don't see it. Like, I'm scrolling up and I'm not seeing any sort of like message being held by auto mod. It's Thursday at 10 p.m. EDT. I believe I already have a game at that time. New window. Nexus Gaming Series calendar. Let's see. That should be one. I'm not even seeing an automod message, which is super weird. Like, I'm not even getting a prompt for it. Yeah, I don't understand that. Bum 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 bum. I don't even see Tickle Me Tassadar. 10 p.m. on Thursday. EDT. So that's 7 p.m. for me. Rainbow Strike Go. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I have, I think I have a heroic game right at the exact same time. No, I have a game before that, actually. And then I have a different one, I think, at 7. I'd have to double check, but I think the teams are ready to go, and let's get into our next game. Okay. Let me try one thing. Let's see. I can do... Oh, docs, lock UI. Let's close that. Close. Okay, I don't care. Tools. Docs. Chat. No, it doesn't even restart. That's horrible. Alright, it might be just bugged right now. Lock UI. You're bearing. Oh, you have to leave. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Ready. Going. Good luck. Have fun. Give him a spooky worm. Cool. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. We're gonna go into game number 2. We are going to. Yes. But thank you so much for coming by, guys. Julius Caesar. Oh, Abu, I've been watching them. They've been very. I thought you were saying that you have to leave. Never mind. My bad. Alrighty. Sorry. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. We're back in game. Alrighty. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left, we've got Dive Hard, down 1 game in our best of 3 series, and on the right, we have the members of Reborn Knights Black up 1 game. Let's go ahead and actually take a peek at some of the map bans that did take place, because we had a couple of those. So let's go ahead and actually figure that out really quickly. The members of Dive Hard were the home team this evening. They went ahead and won the coin flip, opted for first pick for game number 1. Means the map priority went over to the members of Reborn Knights Black, where they banned out Battlefield of Eternity and Alterac Pass. Cursed Hollow and Dragonshire were banned out by Dive Hard. Infernal Shrines was the first map chosen by Reborn Knights Black and won by them. The members of Dive Hard opted for map choice, or map priority for game number 2, and they're going to be taking us to Braxis Holdout. I think this is actually a really, really great map for game number 2. I think we're going to be getting some really interesting plays here, but we're going to be seeing the respect ban onto the Kerrigan and a respect ban into the Kael'thuzad as well. Going for map pick over first pick is bold, but also it's Braxis, so it's going to be wild anyways. That's all I want, Chaotic Order. I just want a wild Braxis game. That's it. That's all I could care about. And Rexar is going to open up our draft here on the right-hand side, which, yeah. Rexar, I think, on the right is going to be a really strong start. Also, Gaius, if no one casts that, just let me know, and maybe I'll just pick up the replay or something. Just hold on. Actually, tomorrow I cast at 5-6 PDT. I don't have a game at 7 p.m. PDT, so if no one picks up your game, or if you want to wait for Heroic to stagger out, that's the thing is, like, I have one game at 5 PDT, and then there's another one at 6, and the Heroic team that's at 6 was just like, yeah, we'll wait, like, we don't mind if it goes to, like, basically 6:30. So if you guys are okay with waiting until possibly 7:30, 8 p.m. PDT, so that's 10:30, 11 p.m. possibly. Like, they could all just be straight 2-0s and they're an hour and they're done. Who knows? But converse that with your team. Let me know. See if they're all cool with that. Because if both teams are cool with it, then yeah, we'll do all 3. I don't mind doing that on Thursday. Right? Yeah. Because tomorrow I only have 1 Division A game. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything else that day. But we have a full draft that's unfolding in front of us. So let's actually get into this a little bit. ETC Phoenix on the left-hand side. We're going to be seeing that Phoenix priority once again very early. But the ETC is going to be strong for the point control, as well as he can be a bit of a harasser into the backline, as well as just forcing people around and getting that repositional value that might be able to set you up for some single target kills. This Rexar for the solo lane, I really, really like it. Gul'dan Ariel to be starting out that core 2 in the bottom. Gul'dan has been such a dominant force on Braxis Holdout in general. He's great for wave clear. He's great for point control because you're able to then just poke at people with your Echo Corruption, be able to stack that up. The Fel Flame is really easy. That's actually, we used to see Fel Flame build only on this map, as well as like Tomb of the Spider Queen, because you could stack it up so quickly, and then the quest was able, I think it was like cooldown reduction and damage, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember off the top of my head. Regardless, it's just so strong overall. And then Ariel as the battery is just it's a great pairing right there. Brightwing, though, is going to be joining us with a Greymane. Okay. Great for grabbing some of those camps, as well as Brightwing with the Polymorph for anyone that maybe dives forward into the friendly team, so just making sure that they have that kind of disengage for a second. Show me Cho'Gall. Dude, I want it so bad. You have no idea. Ariel hype? Yes. Ban Dahaka so they can take Rexar. Whoops. Wait, I missed something. Who's a magician? Oh. I can already hear the call of the wild. Varian? Ooh, that wouldn't be horrible. Some lockdown, but it's going to be Junkrat and Muradin going to be rounding out the draft on the right-hand side. Stop showing us your worm. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I usually send people the spooky worm right before we go, and I was just like, what? And yeah, okay, there we go. I was just like, I thought that was like middle of the draft, and I was like, who are they referring to? It's me. ETC, Brightwing, Greymane. Jaina's going to be there for the wave clear, as well as she's going to pair well into the Phoenix and the Great. Like overall, I think there's a lot of synergy coming out from the members of Dive Hard. Rexar beats Varian. Yeah, but who beats Probius? Right? That's what we really need. Reborn Knights Black beat a Rexar with a Varian last week. Sweats. I like how I have two different camera views. He just hangs out for when the draft is, and then he's just like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Deuces. Bandit, we need you for your breakdown and analysis, please. Please provide us with such great information. I also need to fix the lighting over by him because apparently it's way too dark. But either way, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. We're loading into game number 2 of this first match of the evening. Thank you so much. If you haven't already followed the channel, please go ahead and do so. Do a lot of casting on this channel. Tomorrow night we'll be back with more Heroes of the Storm casting, and then Thursday it looks like we might be lining up to get a triple cast going. If we can get all the teams to say yes to not really caring about what time they start, then we're good to go. We'll see. I know I did one like a month ago for a different league, and no joke, every game like perfectly timed out. And I think it was like the last match of the evening was the best of 3, and it was like, doesn't matter at all. Like, this is just happy times for everybody. But we got ourselves a game. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Dive Hard. Down 1 game in our best of 3 series, trying to bring it back and take us to game 3. Gunslinger going to be on the ETC. Wise Guy going to be on the Greymane. We're going to be having Nuck on the Jaina. Curly will be on the Brightwing. And top lane, we're going to have Tin on the Phoenix. On the right-hand side, up 1, trying to close it out in 2 games, we got Reborn Knights Black. Crafty Devil will be on the Rexar in the top lane. We have Junkrat being played by Phantoms. Rabid Penguin will be on the Muradin. The Pie Maker going to be on the Gul'dan. And Sol Skidoo, or Sol, as I think I'm going to shorten it by, is going to be on the Ariel. Because I believe I'm probably getting that wrong. Regardless, let's go ahead and get on into this. This is the first time RKB plays on this map. And it's already hype. I agree. I agree with that so much, Poke Check. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for hyping it up and cheering on these friendly teams. It's always a good time. The one thing that I want to do really quickly is just make sure we get the vision priority, or the vision availability for these teams. Also need to click on someone who doesn't have a questing talent right now, as this will be Rabid Penguin taking a little bit of damage. Curly going to be popping that team cleanse. Crafty best solo laner in the div. Woo. Yeah, Zed? I like. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But this is a lot of damage going to Jaina, and they're going to be trying to make their way out. That's going to be the concussion mine. Brightwing with the phase shift, and they're going to be there just in time. No one going down just yet, but that was a little worrisome. Let's actually peek into the top lane a little bit here. We'll try and watch this, and I'll try and keep an eye on bottom. Just through the minimap and also the health bars, make sure we're not going to be missing a kill anytime soon. But speaking of kills, this is going to be Tin going to get dove, and well, I guess not dove, but stepped up on by this Misha in bottom. Like, I was just looking, I was like, man, that looks like Greymane's diving onto somebody right there, and they end up getting the kill onto the Muradin. They will be able to have priority over this point, while Muradin will be respawning. In this top lane, this is the interesting thing, because Misha on this point is going to be quite the nuisance. She did get scaled back a little bit about a month ago, where her early game is going to be a little bit lower, and she should scale into more of the mid to late game. That way she can become a nuisance at that point, but she's already doing just fine. Crafty Devil getting that healing out as well. Muradin will be jumping back into bottom lane momentarily. Tin, though, with the blink, they're going to be fine. Jumping back into bottom. That will be the trap onto 1. This is going to be a lot of good damage coming out into the Wise Guy. Going to have a concussion mine just to make sure that they're not going to be able to step up onto the friendly team. And Muradin now looking for just maybe a way to prioritize this. But look at Phantoms the entire time just sitting on this point. They should have, I was going to say Dragon. They are going to be having Zerg charge in their favor right now. Oh, wait, though, this is going to be Gunslinger. A lot of damage going out, but that also will be Jaina putting out some snow as well. Wise Guy a little bit low. Piemaker putting out all this damage. Just trying to get the kill, but unfortunately, it's not connect, or at least it's connecting. It's just they're not finding enough damage to get the kill. Now, we'll jump up into top lane in just a minute, but this is just such a back and forth bottom that no one really... I don't really know who's going to be... Hold on, the Pie Maker is going to be... That was a really good detainment strike coming out from Sol right there, just to make sure that the Jaina doesn't get the burst onto their Gul'dan, who's going to be able to rotate back into the friendly team. 10 going to be jumping on this point once again, and they actually have Zerg charge in their favor on the side of... Oh, wait, Rabid Penguin a little bit low. Nice power slide from the ETC. Look at Wise Guy right now with 100 and some health. So very low, but Curly will be able to get that soothing mist out onto the friendly member, get that healing out onto them, and this will be Phantom stepping onto the point. They cancel it out at 48% to the 10% that they have. I was going to say Mosh Pit. Power slide from the ETC right there. They won't be able to get a pick on anyone, but it's just still forcing them off. I was ready. I was just like, oh, here we go. Single target Mosh Pit. Easy. Easy. But this is charge for, I believe, yeah, it was 4% really quickly. They had charge in favor for the members of Reborn Knights. Black Rabbit Penguin going to be taking a lot of damage, but they turn around onto this Jaina and they find a pick, but that's going to be Greymane diving forward, and they get one in return. A Jaina for a Muradin, but meanwhile in top lane, that's going to be Tin getting dove on by the Misha and getting the kill themselves, but now Crafty Devil saying, I want to try and get this kill with the Rexar. 1 or 2 more autos, and that's going to actually only be 1. I was like, I don't know if that one auto will either put them at like a super low, or if it will just chunk them enough. I bet that the overkill on that was like 1 or 2. It was barely anything. Gunslinger will be rotating up in the top. They don't have any sort of crowd surfer, so they're not going to be able to cheat through this wall. Actually, they're just going to be hearthing back. Going to be giving over top lane for now. I think they're going to be giving over a little bit of Zerg charge as well. For now, they're holding it. Greymane with, oh, that was a really nice concussion mine. This Wise Guy separated from the team. That will also be a Detainment Strike right into the wall. Phantoms is a little bit low. They don't want to be getting stepped up on by a Greymane because they will at least trade that out. And so far, not the case. Gunslinger back down here. Phoenix is going to be down as well. They're down in this bottom lane as well. So they're going for the full defense as I accidentally click on a player. There we go. Oh, hold on. I was just like, why is it? There we go. Okay, we fixed it. I meant to hit just control 1. Speaking of, we can actually just look at some of these other numbers as this is Gunslinger so very low. Nice concussion mine once again. It actually kind of saves them a little bit. They might have been able to follow up that damage. Misha Bear on the top lane point. We are going to be having this bottom, oh no. Tin going to be holding it over, but now Misha and Rex are going to be stepping forward, and look at Tin's shielding really going down quick. Crafty Devil going to be rotating back in the lane, make sure they get that soak, and the rest of the team holds over the points. Charge going over in their favor as Gunslinger steps on to contest it for now, 56-36, and oh, Gunslinger might have found themselves a little too far forward there as they actually get cleansed and they get right out of there with that power slide as well. This is going to be the charge still now in favor for the members. Oh my god, they cancel it out of oh, okay, never mind. I was like, did they really cancel it out at 56-56 just on that perfect note? But paused for a second, and once again it's going to be paused as they looks like top lane is just going to be a battle between Phoenix and this Rexar. Not going to be able to find another kill into the Phoenix, but just going back and forth. Nice Stormbolt coming out from Rabbit Penguin as well. Gunslinger making this wraparound, trying to find someone to power slide onto to set up for the friendly team, so Greymane can get that burst and Jaina can also dump the snow down. They're going to hold over these points, even kind of back and forth. Just forcing Tin back out of their lane. I like the aggression coming out from Rexar in this game here, as this is also going to be the fit. Ooh, nice polymorph onto Rabbit Penguin, but they didn't really have anything to step up and follow up afterwards. Gunslinger's playing really far forward, but they're mostly just anchoring for the team. That does allow the Pie Maker to get this little bit of damage in here and there. And I didn't look. They did go for Echo of Corruption at level 1, so that will be Detainment Strike into the wall. Gunslinger very low. Muradin could turn around and try and get the kill. Does ETC have a way out of this? Muradin has to Dwarf Toss out as well. Curly keeping the friendly members alive. I cannot believe that it's only 2-2 when it comes to kills, as we've only been, and we're 6 minutes into the game. We're approaching our 10s, and Curly needing to phase shift, or excuse me, Hearth back. They should have that phase shift up and available. Let's actually check out what the vision looks like right now for the members of the red team. Reborn Knights Black going to be pushing up bottom lane a little bit here. The Wise Guy. You die? Yeah, you die. I was thinking that Brightwing would be there, but Brightwing actually phase shifted into the top lane. Went ahead and stole away this camp, and they will have some pressure up here, but they end up giving over their Greymane kind of for that, and that might have been... I don't know how I feel about that one right there. You move away from the dive on Gul'dan, I thought he was dead. It's a good back and forth in this game too. I'm really liking the setup right now for both these teams. Let's see here. I think everyone has a questing talent. Yeah. All right, doesn't matter who we click on. Yeah, it's like every player has a questing talent. Alrighty, Detainment Strike actually will be completed as well. I believe it's Repeated Offense is going to be completed right there. Just about to hit their 10, so they're going to be backing up. They don't want to give over any sort of fight before they hit that 10. Any sort of power spike like that. It's not going to be wise to give over. Also, I think Gul'dan went up to the top lane to help clear that out. We still haven't had our first Dragonite, our first Zerg phase just yet. Power slide forward from the ETC, or that's actually going to be pretty much standard build, standard heroics from most of these from all these players. As now they're going to be going to be taking a lot of damage. Does use the phase in top lane with a blink. And they're just waiting. They're waiting for their own 10s right now. I'm waiting to see if we get a Horrify right now to pull some of these members back in. Avatar has not been popped either. We have just about everything off cooldown, ready to go. Planet Cracker. So they're going for the clear onto the Zerg wave. Fair. I just want to jump between these lanes. Make sure we don't miss any sort of potential kills. What is ETC still holding? And Curse Bullet was picked up for the Grayman. Okay, so there's the Mosh Pit available for ETC. Are they gonna? Oh, they might have had an angle there for a second if they were able to land it, but this is just gonna be Jaina jumping up into the point, and they are gonna be top lane is gonna be converted back over. Oh, they went for the. You can see that they have a 10-second cooldown. They were going for the Mosh Pit right there, but that is a really good Detainment Strike coming out from Soul right there. And Rabbit Penguin did pop the Avatar form as well, so they're gonna be just kind of moving back and forth right now. Planet Cracker for the wave, yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Why do you keep thinking we're on Dragonshire? I have no idea. It was a banned map, too. My brain just keeps wanting to say Dragonite. I don't know. It's one of those days. My brain's just potatoing. Let's see. I just wanted to jump up in the top lane and see what's going on over there, and not really much, as they're going to be kind of holding it back and forth. We do have Phoenix with a channel onto that point. Members of Dive Hard are going to be trying to dive onto this point. They do have Zerg channel in their favor. It's going to be rising quickly. I don't know if they're going to be able to stop this. Yeah, this will be finally first Zerg wave of the game, coming in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. They do have a 74% that will be coming through top lane that they need to deal with. Tin needs to back up, though. They need to get in a better lineup for this, because they need to pretty much wait for the Zerg wave as the Guardians come right here. Yep, there you go. And that's exactly what you want to be doing with your Phoenix. And this is why we saw, not why we saw Phoenix, but this is one of the reasons we see Phoenix getting prioritized this map, and why we also see Planet Cracker on this map. First Bullet went out. They're trying to step forward. This is a decent Zerg wave still in bottom lane, about halfway through it right now. Mosh Pit, maybe they're, I don't know. Either way, they might have been just mashing it as they were going for it, and the Detainment Strike was really good. Riptide going to be coming out from the Junkrat, going to be focused on the Guardians as well as onto a couple of the members right there. Gunslinger going to power slide through one and be able to make their way out of there. Zerg wave will be ending, and I believe it's like a 1 minute 30 counter, so we should be seeing that right around the 12-minute mark in this game, up and available for channeling. And then we should also be seeing our 13 talent tiers fairly soon for both these teams. Let's look through some of the other numbers while they go ahead and pick these up. I would say it's probably going to be like a slow push for right now for both these teams. Just looking for 13 talent tier. Maybe when they have that 13, they might try and press up a little bit. These raw Curse Bullets. Trying to make one connection. And I get it, like, if you can make it, but the only thing is, like, there's no friendly team to follow up. Like, there was no Jaina to then provide more burst, but look at this phase shift, and it's oh, I thought I saw a Mosh Pit for a second, and I looked up, I was like, wait, no, it's still on, massively on cooldown, but that's going to be the Pie Maker getting caught here. They're going to try and drain some health, and they go down, so it's a Jaina, excuse me, a Brightwing for a Gul'dan as Gunslinger trying to make their way out. Wise Guy's so very low, just Gunslinger, I think, just trying to anchor for the team, just make sure that they take the damage themselves instead of the Greymane who might get picked off. Wise Guy will hearth back, and that's going to be kind of the reset on the map as they do hit 13s on the side of Reborn Knights Black as well as on the sides of Dive Hard. Oh, wait. I think they should. Ooh, gonna blink right onto Crafty Devil? Oh, this is risky. That was. I don't know. I'm not a Phoenix main, but I don't think I could do that. Well, Greymane didn't die. Curly only face checked anyway. Yeah, just that was a surprise. Like, I was just like, why is Brightwing's dead? Let's see. I think I don't know how many stacks Curly had, so they are sitting at 19 right now, and I believe it's every 20 they get one. But that's also going to be Jaina finishing out Fingers of Frost, so she'll be having that extra damage. Ooh, power slide onto Rabbit, but they're not going to be following up with anything else. Just going to at least heckle them a little bit. And this will be Beacons activating here. So excuse me, it's a 2-minute counter, not a 1 minute 30. It's 1 minute 30 till we get the announcement, then 2 minutes till we get the full activation. But there we go. Beacons are activatable. We are going to be having the Jaina jumping up into the bottom lane. We are going to be having Brightwing on the top. We have Crafty Devil grabbing this point for now. They're going to leave. They're going to rotate their Phoenix down into the bottom lane as well. Rabbit Penguin stepping up onto this point. Really going to be phase shifting down here as Phoenix actually just stays into the top lane, sitting over on this into the vent over there, just hiding themselves from vision. But Wise Guy going to dump out the Cursed Bullet into Rabbit Penguin. Now turning around, Planet Cracker going to be coming down across the entire wave. That will be the Ring of Frost coming out onto the Jaina, but they also get the Crystal Aegis on themselves. Greymane goes down as the Emerald Wind connects a little bit too late. Rabbit Penguin a little bit low, and they actually get pushed with a Detainment Strike on that Jaina. Going to save them a little bit, just going to put that Blizzard right on the ground as they walk right around. Gul'dan going to dump out that damage, and I think with that, nice Ice Block. Going to be pushing them back. Riptire still gets the kill. Jaina literally just finished Ice Block and then used it. And so very close to being able to get the save, with that Riptire just coming out right behind them. Oof, that's a bad time. Yo, Ghost Dunk, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription, 8 months. Thank you so much, my friend. I very much appreciate all that support. I apologize that I've missed anyone that I missed in chat. Josh Sill, thank you for coming by as well. Apologize for anyone that I haven't responded or said hi or just haven't chatted with chat in. There's just like a blink into a spot, as that's also going to be the bottom lane fort going down in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black. They also have their 16 talent tier over the enemy team, who needs to find that in about a level. Never-ending nades, really. Or endless nades, excuse me. Gunslinger, do you have any healing? Oh no, the phase shift! The phase shift! The phase shift accidentally goes onto Jaina instead of ETC, and they go down, but that's going to be an ice block once again. Emerald Wind gonna force them back, and they're able to make it right out of there as the Horrify comes out as well. Rabbit Penguin trying to step forward here, and they're trying to dump the damage beyond the gate. Look at those. Oh my god, all of those grenades going over Rabbit Penguin low, as they still have bottom lane converted over in their favor. And this is going to be Phoenix trying to step up onto this point, but Misha Bear should be able to 1v1 into Tin right now. Bear getting chased. Oh wait, I don't think Crafty Devil knew that there's going to be a Jaina that jumped up here, but I believe a Brightwing is going to be getting picked off as they do steal away this camp from the enemy team, still holding that bottom lane and also going to be holding a little bit more control. 16 talent tier will be here almost in just a moment in favor for the members of Dive Hard, as it's going to be that 16 talent tier just now. And are they going to try and take a fight? They don't have their Brightwing. Their phase shift will probably be up in 16 seconds, but they end up losing their Jaina here as they try and step up into the top. And that's going to be Beacon Channel in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black. I don't think there's anything they can do to stop this, and bottom lane is going to be pushed up quite a bit. That also will be where the next Zerg wave will be in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black. That's probably wise, because it's Reborn Knights Black. And I just keep thinking of Dragon Knights. There we go. Oh, have a good night, Shadonis. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate the support, my friend. You have a great night, friend. Brightwing, if you're watching is back, don't worry. Even Dunk Train misclick heals. Planet Cracker going to be coming out right now into this bottom lane. Going to take out quite a significant portion of this Zerg wave. And we just currently have the Ultralisk, which sieging a little bit. That was really good disengage power slide from the ETC. That's going to be the knockback. Horrify comes out onto the Grey Mane, and that's going to be Rabbit Penguin popping the Avatar form, and they get bursted down by the Jaina, who ends up using the Ice Block. That Ring of Frost is really good as well, but they end up... Oh my god, no, they're going to be just fine, as that will be the phase shift from the right wing. Soul is going to be going down as well. A 3-for-none trade. Tin is able to get out alive. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Guardian forcing this Rexer to stay up here and focus on the clear. I'm curious, what are they going to be... What are they going for? Is it just boss? Yeah, boss play makes sense at this point. Dive hard, ironically, not diving hard enough. So hungry for Mosh. The Mosh is this series. So far, we've had a Mosh. We've had like one full Mosh. Like, there was a Mosh in this game, but it was like next to a fort. I think it was right after a detainment strike. Looks like though, with the small advantage that they have, while a couple of the enemy members are dead, they're gonna go ahead and just rotate around, grab as many camps as possible, put up some pressure. I didn't look at the timers when the Zerg wave ended, but I probably somewhere around the 16:30 mark in this game, we should be seeing that picked up, as that will be power slide from the CTC, really aggressive in this top lane. That will also be Junkrat just forcing themselves out with that concussion mine, and now they're going to be going for the defense. Everyone's back up and available. Let's see what they're able to do with this. As Mosh Pit is up as well. Phase shift from the Brightwing. They're going to be getting a Curse Bullet out onto one, but I don't think it connected onto anyone diveable. Dive Hard's comp is seriously a glass cannon. It's a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if they're able to execute, they're able to execute. Speaking of execution, I gotta say, Dive Hard is starting to bring it back, as they've taken out both forts, and they're now working their way up onto this keep front gate. Riptide gonna be coming out. Emerald Wind gonna be popped right there. Boars are gonna be out as well. They're looking to get a lot of members with this, but that's just gonna be the focus on the Grey Mane power slide from the ETC, but they realize that they can't pop that Mosh with everyone going, or chasing after the Grey Mane, so they end up going down as well. Junkrat with the Ripper Air gonna be jumping forward, and I don't think they have anything to control this, but they're gonna be able to put out consistent damage. Also, they have those endless nades, so they're gonna be able to just constantly get that out so long as they're hitting heroes with them. And the beacons will be activating here in about 27 seconds. They kind of reset the map right now in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black. If they can take this top lane fort, they'll at least even out the pressure there'll be across the waves. And I think with 25 seconds on average for these players, they might be able to do that, but I think they're going to break off and go for the beacon priority as well as grab this camp in bottom lane. Divehard knows how to play this map. Oh my god. I don't know what's up with OBS and linking to Twitch, but apparently all of their assets are crashing. Which means that I have to like rearrange how I do all my monitor stuff. Dang it. OBS, please. Alrighty, charge still going out in favor for the members of... Oh, hold on. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, cool. Sorry. Who are we? ETC. There we go. All right, I just want to show vision for them right now as they're going to be trying to step up onto this, and they have no... They just don't know where the enemy team is. Also, their 20s are really, really close. They want to try and stop this and try and pick up that 20 themselves beforehand. Same kind of... Oh, no, they find a Phoenix rotating across the map, and 10 goes down. That's going to be a pick. A massive pick in favor for the members of Reborn Knights Black. You can polymorph the Riptire. I forgot about that. Ooh. Mosh Pit goes out, but I think it didn't connect in the backline. Ring of Frost going to be going out. Oh, that was really weird. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but it seemed like they were still moving. Maybe it pushed them. Either way, Jane are going to be going down right there. Gunslinger so very low as well. That's going to be the phase shift coming out from right wing right in time. This will be the top lane fort going down. That also means that there's going to be a Zerg wave coming through this wave, and there's 26 seconds on that Phoenix, so they're not going to be having that massive, the Planet Cracker clear like we've been seeing throughout this entire game to kind of slow down the Zerg pressure. Not for the next 15 seconds. Wait, you can't polymorph non-heroes? Okay, never mind. I thought you could polymorph the Riptire. Face check hard. Oof. 19 to 20, they're trying to make the defense. There's the Planet Cracker coming out. It's going to get a lot of those Banelings cleared out as well. They're going to get some decent damage on the Guardians, but that will be completely over as well. So 100 seconds onto that. Muradin diving over. That's going to be the focus on the Gunslinger. Nice Emerald Wing coming out, but unfortunately it doesn't save the ETC. And now 20 Talents here will be here in just a second, but unfortunately they just lost their... Well, the Jaina was gone a while ago, but they just lost ETC. Jaina will be back for some wave clear, but this is going to be the core starting to lose it. Shielding, a lot of good poison damage coming out as well. The focus goes on to Phoenix and Taming Strike into the wall. That's going to be 10 so very low, and they're able to make it into their core as they have the Unconquered Spirit, but what is going to be conquered is going to be this core by the Zerg wave, and that will be game number 2 over the members of Reborn Knights Black. GG. Well played.
Oh, bitch.
Yo, Selexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, and Selexia, thank you so much for the resubscription. Thank you.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
WEWT.
Also, Ghost Dunk, thank you so much for the resubscription for 8 months. I really appreciate that, my support, my friend. Certainly, I can hop on over. Okay, cool.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
NGS new season hype.
Hype indeed. All right, we're currently getting ourselves set up for an interview with the captain from Reborn Knights Black, so let's go ahead and pull this back over here, and we are going to update our scores before we do this so we know who won. Alrighty, at this time, I'm going to be joined by the one and only Pie Maker. How you doing? Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's jump into this. Game 1, high priority into the Phoenix, first pick for the enemy team. Any worry coming out from you all? I saw in Twitch chat someone mentioning that Tin was a main of Phoenix in so many words. And so were you just like, oh, we studied this, we don't need to worry about it? Or were you playing towards that? Can you talk about that first pick? Because it seemed very prioritized and doesn't seem like it pops up very often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I mean, it's worrisome from the standpoint of, like a really good Phoenix is really difficult to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw it, my first thought was, well, we can run ETC Tyrande into it. The second Phoenix is ever within ETC's range, we blow them up. Because I mean, the problem with Phoenix is he's just extremely squishy, and if you have any way of interrupting his teleport, that's kind of his main survivability. So it was scary, but then at the same time, it seemed like a great opportunity to kind of bust out the ETC Tehran.
And I gotta say, that was a really good synergy right there. Now, moving into game number 2. Actually, no, let's back up. Kerrigan. Was that just like, oh, we're on shrines, we can pull this? Like, or is that like something you all enjoy playing, and that's why you just pull? Because it seemed really, really well put together. I mean, it was like a 2 to 12 kill game. Like, it was very high kill count for you all, and Kerrigan was able to get a lot of good maelstroms. Can you just talk about that hero for your team, because it just seems so strong?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if like Kerrigan is like our team kind of hero necessarily, but like everything just seemed just right for it. Like, you know, I feel like before we pull out a Kerrigan, like the stars have to align before you're gonna bust her out. Like, you have to have like exactly the right situation, and I think we just saw it and we were like, you know what, Kerrigan would work really well here.
I love those moments too. Like, those are my favorites. Just like, yes, we get a Kerrigan. And then kind of my last one is just more so towards just it was the Kel'Thuzad ban in both games. Who's the one they're banning out against?
I have no idea. So
wait, what?
We didn't have much time to scout, and so we just watched some of their old games, and the previous teams had been banning Kel'Thuzad against them. So we were like, well, we hope they did their homework, and we just keep banning it. So they may or may not have a Kel'Thuzad one trick. I can imagine them sitting back laughing at all these teams banning Kel'Thuzad, and they don't actually run it. I don't know.
It's going to be one of those things, like, that's, you know what, that should be the thing. Like, let's tell everyone that Divehard has the most amazing Kel'Thuzad player, and you should always ban out Kel'Thuzad against Divehard, right? Mm-hmm. Just like everyone should ban Kerrigan against you guys.
Yeah.
No, they were such fun matches, and I had such a blast casting them. Before I let you go, any shout-outs that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Yeah, definitely. So shout-outs to everyone who is watching us. Definitely appreciate all the support. If there was support. Assume there was
a little bit.
Yeah, no, shout out to definitely the team. We've kind of had an aggressive schedule. We've been having a flex every week so far because we're about to all go on vacation, so we had to like try and fit it in around that. So shout outs to them for kind of sticking it through all that. I'm like really excited with the start. Shout outs to all the previous members of the team and our subs, because they really kind of have built this, you know, looking to kind of Poke, who's always there as our sub and really facilitates a lot of practices, and looking at Scott, who was, you know, a big part of our success last season and a lot of our grinding over the off season. Also, I forgot last time to give a shout out in our last match to our team's coach, Ryokai.
Ooh.
Who definitely deserves, if anyone deserves a shout out, he deserves a shout out, because he is really excellent at kind of helping get our focus in the right places and whipping us into shape. So thank you, Rio. He's one smart cookie. Yeah. And shout out to you, because I really appreciate the casts, and you actually do excellent casts, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun to go back and watch.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it was such a fun game it was such a great series to cast, because there were a couple moments where I was like, oh, the enemy, we could be going to game 3, because like that Braxis push in top lane, that was a little worrisome at a point, but then you brought it back, and it was just it was a quick end right after that. But the Pie Maker, thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the games. These were such a blast, and I can't wait to see you further down the Nexus Gaming Series season.
Thank you.